Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here on Quick 5. I'm Shay.
And I'm Jalal.
And today we are going to interview Jalal, who has read 50 Cent's book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. So without further ado, let's get into it.
All right.
Hit the clock.
And timer starts now.
All right, so as many of you may know or may not know, 50 Cent is definitely multifaceted. So we're gonna go ahead and start with getting your perception or your takeaway from the book, and then we'll ask him some questions.
I thought this book was amazing. I think it's well written, and it kind of gives you allows you to see a different perspective on 50 Cent and his views on life, even his struggles. I would recommend this book to anybody out there who's, struggling with even determining who they are, how they're going to get to where they're going, and all of that.
Awesome. Okay. Well, with that being said, if you could take 2 gems to give to, say, someone who may not know much about him, what are 2 big gems that you say were like game changers for you?
I think I would say the 2 that stood out to me the most, one would be to shape perception, and kind of him explaining how he shapes perception of what you see out there in the media. I thought is amazing, really amazing. Like, one of the examples he gave was he had a meme. He has a guy on staff that does his memes. So the guy put out a meme making fun of him, but everybody else in there is thinking it was created by somebody else,
right.
But it was actually created by him to help put him out there in a different light, but just give you something to talk about. And so I thought that was very, wonderfully done. It's like keeping the conversation going, even if it seems like somebody's coming at you in a negative light.
Right.
He turned it around to his benefit. And I love the way he did that. Another one of the gems that I think really, really stuck out to me was looking at how you carry yourself as far as your dress and your appearance. Now, I will admit, I have been one to who believe that we pay too much attention to that, like how we look, and people should just be who they are. But I understand that, I hadn't considered that the reality of it is people are judging us within the first 3-4 seconds of meeting us. Absolutely. Regardless. And this is something that no matter how much I say, stick it to the man, it isn't gonna change. Like, people are determining how they view you within that first 3-4 seconds. He gave an example. He said if he was driving down the car in a beat up Pinto next to a person in a Rolls Royce, and that person's Rolls Royce was on fire, and you turn around and tell them to roll down their window, so you could tell them, they're going to look at you and 10 out of 10 times probably not roll down their window to see what you have to say.
Right.
But if you're the same person rolls up in a Ferrari and he's sitting next to this person in the Rolls Royce, and tells them, hey, roll down your window because your hood's on fire, that person 10 out of 10 times is going to roll down their window and listen to what this person has to say.
They'll receive it better.
Yeah. And so to me, that really stuck out as a major gem to me. And honestly, it made me start looking at myself and what is the message that I'm sending to people with the way I dress, or lack of dressing sometimes. What is the message that I'm sending? We're always sending some message. So shaping that perception to send the message that you want to send, I think, is another really big gem that I think came out of this book.
Wonderful. And I think both points that you made really just shows that we have the ability to control the narrative. Right. And I think that's really important for people to realize. So thank you for that. I think another question would be, we know 50 Cent to be like the rapper and, like this hood guy. So, but what I know also to be true about him is he's a businessman and a really
Yeah.
good businessman.
Yeah.
So what would you say were some of the things that maybe was a life lesson that he learned or a way that he moves that made him a better businessman?
I think there was quite a few stories he gave in that regards, and I think one of them was knowing when a situation, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a business association, has run its course. And he kind of talked about that a lot. Oh, and this is the quick five,
That's
and
all.
this is the. And today we review Curtis Jackson's Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. See y'all next time.
I'm Shay.
I'm Jalal.